Alright, what's up? So, today, back at work, I got back from Sadie's grad, and that's first day back, so we're going to be hitting posterior. And I mean, workouts are pretty much the same right now for a while, so not too much to talk about with it, but I was at Sadie's grad, and even though I wasn't drinking, like obviously I never drink, but I wasn't doing anything like at our prom. I mean, even just being around people drinking and stuff like makes me like actually like nervous and anxious because I feel like just being around people that aren't, and it sounds like so cringy, but being around people that aren't fucking as focused as I am is almost like gonna affect me, and I know it's not like I'd never get influenced, but whenever I go and do stuff like that's not really towards benefiting me in the gym, I get like fucking super anxious and I get super nervous and stressed out, and I feel like I'm not doing enough and I'm losing progress, and it's hard to explain, but I don't like it. And I don't know, I just don't like doing anything outside the gym, Get worried that I'm falling behind, and just most of the time can't end up enjoying myself, And it's hard too, because I know I don't want to be that guy that fucking it's hard to be around and shit, because all he does is fucking talk and think about the gym. But especially with my friends and girlfriend, right? Like, I don't want to just be, to them, 100% focused on the gym, but I can't help it. I mean, that's all I do think about, and luckily they're all right with it, but I don't know, it's hard for me. But it was still pretty good. I am digging the cut. There's just something that feels so good about being in prep. I mean, nothing really changes your first few weeks, but it's just knowing you're in prep makes you a lot more motivated, excited, kind of have that edge to you, And I just know we're going to be fucking shredded at this show, so I'm more than excited. And I'm excited for the lift today. We actually had a pretty good day at work today. We were busy. It went by really quick. I was fucking exhausted this morning. I was so tired. I fell asleep a bit right before we were going in for break. I fucking passed out on the truck on the way back. But I got a monster. I sucked it up and I went back to work. And I think that's how it should be, I mean, I'm here because of my own choices. I'm here because I want to be here. I'm here because of what comes out of it. Money, obviously. And if you want something bad enough, I just feel like you don't complain about it, you just fucking get it done. And it seems like everyone wants to do, it's a trend to do a bodybuilding show these days, and seeing these people fail so miserably at something I do so easily makes me realize like how much discipline I have in this sport, you know what I mean? That's not me sounding like a cocky prick or anything. And that's not me putting aside my genetics, obviously, or the gear, I know that. But, I'll have people that are doing less than I do. They're working less, their schedule's a lot easier, and all they do is complain to me. And I'm like, I never found it that difficult. I mean, it did, but I just did it, I didn't complain about it. I just got it done. And I feel like that's really, really the difference between someone that's really going to do well in life and someone that is just going to make it past the finish line, you know what I mean? Like, if you really want something, if you really want to do something, you're not going to complain when it gets hard. You're not going to get pissy and upset when it gets hard. You're just going to do it, you know? You're just going to take it as it is and suck it up, you know? And, I mean, if you really do want it bad enough, you shouldn't have to suck it up. It should just come naturally, you know? And that's how it was for me. I never had to force myself in a sense. Like, sure, I have to force down meals, but regardless, I'm going to do it, you know? Like, I know there's no not finishing it there, you know? There's no not doing my cardio. There's no not doing my check-ins. There's no not doing my posing, whatever it is, or pinning or whatever. There's no option. I just do it, you know? And when people ask me how I do what I do, that's literally what I say. I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. I don't think about it. I don't question it. I just get it done, you know? And, I mean, really, I just think about the ultimate goal. And I know deep down, like, if I want to do it every day, every step, every meal, every posing session, everything counts. And I mean, you got to try and be grateful that you have the opportunity to do it. So, I mean, I've been struggling a little bit with, it's been a long battle with me for mental health stuff and personal issues, and I believe, you know, I have some issues that I could probably get help for, but I don't really believe in, you know, taking drugs and shit like that to help me with my problems. Like, I'd rather just do it myself and not rely on something or someone, you know? And I also just don't think someone, like, even if they have professional help, I don't think they could understand. I mean, if I told anyone how obsessed I am with this sport, any professional, they're going to tell me that it isn't good, you know, I should chill out, because I have before. And I was told, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't worry about it so much, you shouldn't be so focused on it, you should worry about other things and enjoy other things. And I was kind of like, well, the fuck? Like, that's stupid as fuck. If I want to win, I gotta focus entirely on it, you know? And, you know, my battle has always been, you know, self-hatred in general, but, you know, feeling like a failure, not feeling like I'm doing enough in the sport, as a person, as a friend, as a boyfriend, as a son, you know? How I look, it's been a big problem, you know. I got a lot of insecurities, and I'm not really afraid to talk about them, especially for the people that are watching this stuff, you know, because majority of the people that do watch I know personally, and I would tell them this stuff, and I'm not really afraid to tell anyone this stuff. I don't know. It's kind of hard, because I definitely could follow a lot of my own advice, but it's hard. I don't really know how to, I know how to explain it. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get it out, you know? As much as I try and I want to be better, I want to be happier, I feel like, you know, holy fuck. I feel like if I let myself get too much better, I start slacking. And, I mean, the biggest problem with self-hatred is, I don't know if a lot of people can understand this, but the biggest problem with it is believing that you don't deserve to get better and you don't deserve to be happy, you know? I mean, that's always been my problem, is I know I could get better, I know I could get happy, but I feel like I have to force myself to be like this because I deserve it, you know? And it's hard. I mean, I've been battling with it for forever, and it's gotten a lot better. Definitely, but I'd be lying if I said it still doesn't happen, it still doesn't get bad and shit, you know? And, especially with how much pressure is on me with this show. I mean, not because people are putting pressure on me besides myself, but to me, this show was never really about breaking a record. To me, it's, you know, it's maybe if I win this show, I can prove to myself that I'm not a failure, you know? And, it puts a lot of pressure on me, you know, because I ask myself, well, how will I feel if I don't win? And I mean, when I think of the circumstances of me not winning, they're pretty bad. You know, they're really bad. There's a few people that really know how I feel and how strong I feel about it, and they're worried. And I mean, they don't understand that because to me, this is my life, you know? Like, this show isn't just a show. It's not just a record. To me, it's everything I've done and worked for all on a fucking final platter, you know? And some people would say, oh, you still made it at 18. That's still impressive, blah, blah, blah. But to me, I'm like, honestly, if you're not first, you're last. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even very happy when I won my last show because I was like, okay, I won this show, great. But this is just a regional show. Nothing crazy, you know? I need to be the best. And that's where I feel like a lot of people misread magazine dreams is I have done everything in my power to have the best chance I have at winning this. You know, everything. I've put myself at the most risk. I've spent the most money. I've worked the hardest in and outside the gym. And when people try and tell me they understand how bad I want it and shit, it's like, you have not the slightest clue. No offense, but you don't. And, you know, when people ask me, do I hop on gear? This is kind of what I'm saying, is like, are you willing to do all of this? Because if you're not, then why hop on gear? You know? I wouldn't be on gear, well, for different reasons, but I think it's kind of stupid just to go on a cycle just to look good, you know, for no purpose. Anyways, I'll see you at the gym.